Well, this is gonna suck, but it's gotta get done.
So we're over here at a tire and oil shop where this is a full interior paint job. We're doing all the walls, ceiling, trim, pipes, handrails, and catwalks. We're gonna go in, check it out, see what they're doing. All right, so we're in the main floor section where the main majority of all the tire and oil changes happen. Underneath us is the pit area, and in here it's a full interior paint job. So right now all the surfaces are getting cleaned, degreased, wiped down, and prepped. We're gonna here shortly start priming, getting all the metal surfaces primed, and getting ready for paint. We're down here in the pit area now. James is getting started on the priming right now. We're priming all of the metal surfaces, basically all of the shelving, the handrails, and the catwalks. Everything has already been cleaned and degreased. We went through and wiped down, swept, degreased, wire wheeled all the rust, and put some rust inhibitor primer. And now we're getting ready to put the metal primer on top of all the metal surfaces.
This specific product is 50-50 ratio, 1-to-1. So you put one part the hardener, one part the tint, agitate them together and let them sweat for 30 minutes and then you can apply it. There's a 30-minute sweat time after you agitate it where it needs to sit and do its chemical reaction to become one. After that we have 2 hours until it becomes garbage essentially. They call it a pot life and you have 2 hours to work with it. After that, whatever product you have left over, it needs to go in the garbage. So today we did a half a gallon of each and did 1 gallon total of product 2 separate times today. The first time we had just a tiny bit left over doing what we wanted to do. And so the second time we made sure we had more surface prep so we wouldn't waste any product. So cleaning was pretty rough here. We showed up and all of these oil bays have 1/8 of an inch of standing oil in them and just gunk and grime and just covered in oil top to bottom, and we put 10 gallons of degreaser on it and pressure washed it 5 times.
All right, so that's what's going on in the shop and the pit. We're gonna go check out the main office, which will be the second phase of this job. So let's go check it out and see where we're at. So the first phase of this project is the shop side, and then the second phase of this will be coming into this office portion of the project. So on the office side of this job, we're painting all walls, all trim, all doors, all FRP paneling, and concrete walls in here. And this is all the paneling that we're gonna have to scuff, prime, and paint, and clean before we paint. We should be moving into here in the next 1 to 2 weeks to start on our prep.
This is where the cars will pull in above us. You walk on this bay here and you can look underneath the car, change the oil, whatnot. These little sliding yellow pieces slide along here so you can put it right underneath where the oil comes out and drain it into there. And then they have a plug on the outside where you can pump it into these big holding tanks.
Behind me, the Xpress Lube right on O'Malley and Old Seward is done. And there's some other companies and trades behind me doing the very last little things to put it together so they can open. Cool color scheme. We didn't have to do anything crazy with material on this, just your standard exterior latex. It was already a pre-painted surface, so if the CMU is already pre-painted, you don't have to use any sort of elastomeric or block primer or anything like that. We just use a regular exterior paint. Turned out great. I really like the red stripes through the middle. It really kind of breaks it up and makes it a little more different. it wouldn't just be a concrete building. Black doors look great. I think we used macro epoxy on the doors. They just hold up better. It was really nice because this place hasn't been open. It's new owners now. It hasn't been open, so I didn't have to deal with any customers coming and going while we were painting it. So it was a huge win for us and a huge win for South Anchorage because we finally have a place to get our oil changed in South Anchorage, right across the street from Lowe's on Old Seward and O'Malley. So really turned out great. Happy with how it went. Good color scheme, full exterior, and we did the interior. So let's go around here to the front. Let's go inside and let's take a look at the inside real quick. This is the first time I've kind of seen it in a little while. Looks good. They're doing some metal wainscot on the lower 4 foot of the wall. We did all the walls in here. Turned out great. It was just a bunch of patchwork. Cool colors, yellow. Yellow is always a terrible color to coverage, but it turned out great. And we did this whole portion going this way. I don't even know what this room's for, but we did this room as well. We also did some of the epoxy flooring here too, and it looks and feels great. I love it. So pretty simple. It was all the CMU, all the garage doors, all the corrugated ceiling, all the doors, just a standard paint, but we did use a special paint in here. It wasn't like your standard latex paint. We had to use this paint would stick to marginally surface prepped walls. So it's like, it could be a dusty wall, kind of dirtier wall, and the paint would still stick to it. Because we're not gonna get this wall perfect. We had to pressure wash these walls because it's a oil change area. So it's really dirty and grimy. We had to clean it as best as possible. But the specialty paint and primer we used, it stuck and it stuck well. Let's take a quick look downstairs. We did a good amount of work down here, but we didn't do the flooring, but let's take a look. So down here, we did all these oil catch bay areas, the shelving units, the staircases, and the walls. And the ceiling, that was all sprayed one color. We didn't do anything with the flooring. They didn't want anything to do with flooring, and it was a lot of work. So, but we did all the black and all the white down in the crawl space area. So inside when we walked through, I said I didn't know what this space was for. I think this was a little drive-up coffee shop at one time. I wonder if they're gonna be able to put another business in there, and this is a perfect drive around the building, get your coffee and leave. I think that's a brilliant idea. Well, look, there's a little Claudia Brothers sticker there, so I guarantee you it was a coffee shop at one point. Really, really nice color scheme. I like the black windows. I like the red stripes through the middle. And then it's not just your standard boring gray. It all really works well together. And then when we come over to the glass section over here with the black windows, the red that pops on top, and then that red that continues through around the entire building. Unique, but really works well. And we didn't even help pick out the colors on this one. They did it themselves. So it really turned out awesome. Great customers, really, really easy people to work for. We're done, full interior and exterior. Kind of cool colors on the outside, very high visibility, right across the street from Lowe's on Old Seward. Great job for us, great customers, and look forward to working with them again in the future.